Some people love to say that this isn't a real M car, the BMW M235i Gran Coupe. And you know what? I get why they say that, but after owning it, I have some thoughts. So here it is, my 2021 BMW M235i Gran Coupe. Gosh, that is a mouthful. Would I rather have an M2 in my driveway? Of course. But this is what I have, and this is the best that I could do at this point in my life. And I'm not mad about that. From the outside, this car definitely looks sporty. It looks the part. It is a 4-door, which I think is really great for practicality. It has the big brakes on it. It actually has vents and air pass-throughs that are functional and actually work. And overall, I think it looks like a great car. It does have the badge. It wears the M badge. It's just elongated with more numbers in the back. But how does it drive? So why do some people say that this car doesn't deserve an M badge? A few reasons that I have seen is because it's built on a front-wheel drive platform, unlike the rear-wheel drive platforms that BMW is known for. It's not a full M engine. It's more like a tuned base engine that they have. Now, what I will say is that a variant of this engine is in the 2.0 new generation Supra, and this even has more horsepower than that. Also to note, the suspension and handling. It's not as hardcore as you would see in any other M car like an M2 or M3. The suspension and handling is pretty aggressive on this for what it is, and I enjoy it. I guess a lot of people just assume that this car is more like a badge job rather than, you know, actually like a M performance vehicle. And I get that, but here's the thing. This still rips. With 301 horsepower, I want to say almost 330 foot-pounds of torque. This thing, it still rips. And it sounds good doing it. It still brings a smile to my face. And I think that's what matters to me the most, is that the car is actually really fun to drive. I enjoy driving this car. I love it being my daily driver. It is all-wheel drive. Granted, only 50% of the power hits the rear wheels, but you know, I can live with that. For my budget and what this car is worth and how much it means to me, it's totally worth it. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And the fact that it does put a smile on my face, I think that is one of the big parts why it earns to be an M car. I know that all these subdivision M cars that they have now, people laugh at them, they make jokes. But for someone who is just getting into performance cars, who like BMW, or who can't quite afford the upper levels of, you know, M performance, this is a good starting point. Especially if you need practicality. You know, having 4 doors and pretty decent trunk space. I mean, this thing is pretty great and almost a bargain if you get one used. When they first came out, they were under 50 grand. Now I think you can get a new one less than 60. We know how car prices are today. But used, I mean, I picked this one up less than 30. I think that the balance of everything that this gives just works very well for me. I know I said that I'd love to have an M2 in my driveway, which, you know, is still the case. I'd love one of those. But this gives me 80% of the thrill that I was looking for, and right now that's enough for me. One thing I do want to note is that the exhaust note, to me, sounds great, but I just wish it didn't have such a big muffler on the back. I'd love to upgrade the exhaust, but I don't really know how many upgrades I want to do on this just yet. Just because this is my daily driver, I found some pretty simple things cosmetically and even performance-wise that I probably could do and still live with it very comfortably. We're gonna go down here and see if we can do one more pull. All right, let's do one more pull. I'm gonna roll down the windows. Let's see how this goes. I could launch it. I'm scared. Why am I scared? I just need to grow some balls, I guess. All right, here we go. It does truly just bring a smile to my face. The harshness of the gears and just the sound, the thrill of this little 4-cylinder. I absolutely love it. And speaking of that little engine, here it is right here. This is tight. This is a tight spot. The two places that this car has the M badge is right here on the engine cover and the back, as I showed you. But I mean, this is a very tight engine bay, and this little engine right here, I mean, produces a lot of smiles. On the screen here, I'll put exactly the power, torque ratings, and even, you know, what they call this engine right here. That way, if you want to dive more deep into possibly owning one of these, that's what this thing produces. So, is this a real M car? Well, this is the closest I could get, and I love it. So for me, yes. But I guess the question is it for you? Or are you gonna save your money and just go shoot all the way to the top to the hardcore in performance vehicles? I'd love to know in the comments below. But if you like this video, hit that like button. If you would, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're notified anytime I drop a video. Like next week, I'll be talking about a vehicle that's back there. And also we're gonna be doing more with my E36 that's in the garage, and gonna keep working on that too. So until the next one, learn what you don't know. I'll see you next time.